And by the way, that's my grandson, Bo, up there, and my granddaughter. Don't let him jump.
And then on a separate topic, we've learned through recent reporting about the president's granddaughter living here at the White House. I was wondering if you have any more details on whether she plans to continue to live here and whether any other family members or other people besides the president and the first lady live at the White House.
I don't have anything further to share on that.
There's no ballot stuffing. There's no foul play. The only red wave this season is going to be a German Shepherd commander knocks over the cranberry sauce on our table. That will cause. They are big turkeys, aren't they? My fellow Americans.
Only 13% of.
Hold on 1 second. We have a process here. I'm not calling out on people who yell. And you're being disrespectful to your colleagues, and you're being disrespectful to our guests. I will not call on you if you yell. And also, you're taking time off the clock because Dr. Fauci has to leave in a couple of minutes. I'm done. I'm not getting into a back and forth with you. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Dr. Fauci,
but she's
only
asking a great question.
Jeremy. Go ahead,
No, she's
Jeremy.
asking a valid question. You ask your question, you should allow her to answer the question.
Jeremy.
She's
Jeremy,
asking a
it's
valid
Jeremy.
question, Dr. Fauci,
It's
on
Jer-
the origin of COVID-19.
It is not your turn.
No,
It is not your turn.
You can't on the same people. That's the thing. You can't read a press briefing. You need to call from people across the room. She has a valid question. She's asking about the origin of COVID-19.
I hear the question.
And Dr. Fauci is the best person to answer
I
that
hear
question.
your question, but we're not doing this the way you want it. This is a disrespectful. It is. I'm done. Simon, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you right now. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're taking time away from your colleagues. Go ahead. Hi. I know. I bring bearing gifts. I have some Thanksgiving cookies for all of you. Happy holidays. There you go. You guys have to pass this around. There you go.
Are these from the White House, or did you make them yourself?
Sure.
If you have time to bake, I'll be
It would be quite impressive, wouldn't it be? Oh, I know.
And secondly, on student loans, is there sort of an estimate for when the legal challenges will sort of start wrapping up? The president said back in October that he thought relief would go out in 2 weeks, and of course that has come and gone. So what should people expect in terms of timeline for when these legal challenges will play out?
So look, on your question, a student loan, are you talking about what specifically, just because you said 2 weeks has passed, but as you know, we have sent this up to the highest court of the land, the highest court of our nation, to make sure that we move forward quickly with making sure that the student loan relief that the president put forward, his plan, gets to the American people very quickly. As we know, there were about 16 million people who signed up and have been approved to get that loan, but that relief. But again, I want to be very clear here, and I've said this many times before, it is really unfortunate that we see congressional officials and special interest group try to block this. The way that this president sees the student debt relief, he sees it as an opportunity to give Americans a little bit of breathing room, to be able to buy a house, to be able to really move forward with their lives in a way that they have that opportunity to do so with.
It's a wonderful Thanksgiving tradition here at the White House. There's a lot to say about it, but it's chilly outside, so I'm going to keep this short. Nobody likes it when their turkey gets cold. I don't know if they're mad yet or not, but at any rate.
It is my pleasure to introduce and welcome Dr. Fauci for his last run at the podium. It's all yours, Dr. Fauci.
Thank you very much, Kareem, for that really very, very kind introduction. It's really a great pleasure to be back here with you again, albeit, I believe, for the last time.
You said from the lectern that the wedding of Naomi, Biden and Peter would be a private one, and that it would be closed to the media. Yet I'm reading all about it and looking at pictures on the Vogue website. Can you just talk us through what happened there?
Just to be very clear, Vogue did not attend the wedding. They were not there. So what you're reading is inaccurate. They did not attend the wedding. As I told you all before, there was no press access at the wedding. It was a private family event. And so, wait, you're asking me the question. Let me just lay this out for you, and then I'm happy to take one follow-up, and then we're going to go. The couple asked that their wedding events be closed to the media, and it was. It was a closed event, a private family event. Vogue did a portrait shoot on Thursday afternoon before the wedding in the green room. I would also remind you that many photos were released to the public on Saturday after the wedding to everyone. Vogue actually held their photos. They embargoed it until today so that so it would give ample time for the photos to be in the public sphere. And so it is inaccurate, completely wrong. It is not right to say that it was open, to suggest that a Vogue cover was open to the press. It was not. And so just want to be very, very clear. What you're reading right now is not accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't suggesting
No, but that's what you just said.
No, my question was, you had said it was going to be a private wedding.
It was.
I think, I mean, it seems as if you were saying it would be, the media would not be allowed access on the wedding day. But I think that those of us might think that dressing up in a wedding dress, having a photo shoot, talking about the wedding is coverage of the wedding.
The wedding was private. It was a private family affair. There was no press access to the wedding. We were very clear about that. There's no reason to mince our words here. The family and friends were invited to this family, to this wedding. It was a private event.
Well, as the president said, he intends to run, and if he does, I will be running with him. And I have no doubt about the strength of the work that we have done over these past 2 years.
Can you talk about what the holdup is, Mr. President?
I can't because it's in the middle of negotiations still. But
Have you been in touch with the parties again?
My team has been in touch with all the parties, in rooms with the parties, and I have not directly engaged yet because they're still talking.
The directly involved. He was directly involved ahead of the September agreement being reached. Are you saying he's been directly involved this week?
So I could say this. He's been directly involved since before there was even a tentative agreement, right? So that has not stopped. The president has been kept abreast as to what is happening, and he has been directly involved because he understands how important it is.
For industries that rely on
we understand. We understand that there will be disruption. We have been very clear about that. Again, the president has been directly involved.
Jeremy Ferguson this morning said that there's been, quote, no real engagement yet at this point from the administration.
As you all know about, and we have said, I just said the president has been directly involved.
And how the president's been involved, though, just given that one of the union presidents is saying he hasn't seen any real engagement.
I mean, you're
so
talking
far,
about.
You've only told us that he's been briefed, but you haven't given us.
No, I just said
else.
he's been direct. I said this is the third time I'm saying he's been directly involved. You're talking about one. I said I'm not going to provide any details at this time. The administration, more broadly, has been also in touch with parties. Yes, the president has been clearly. He's been held. He's been briefed, but he has actually been directly involved. Not going to get into more details.
At any rate, thank you both very, very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. How many turkeys you got down there you raising?
Circle S Ranch grows about 9.5 million turkeys a year.
God love you. 9.5 million turkeys. I tell you what, that's like some of the countries I've been to. Anyway, do you want to talk? Yeah. Look, folks, in all seriousness, that's a big bird, man. We have more chickens than anybody in the nation in Delaware, but we don't have turkeys.